Welcome to my YouTube channel. Kindly like and subscribe if this is the first time you're seeing my videos. Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to hack web application database like a pro by identifying SQL injection vulnerability with SQLmap. We need to go to vulnerable web. Vulnerable web is a public accessible website provided by AcuteNetIS, a web security scanning company for educational and testing purposes. It hosts intentionally vulnerable applications that allow security researchers, ethical hackers, and students to practice findings and exploiting common web vulnerability in a safe and legal environment. So I'll click on this link. For this tutorial, I'm going to use the second link, which is testphp.vulnerabweb.com. The URL for vulnerable web is typically testphp.vulnerabweb.com, which includes several web pages with a variety of security flaws such as SQL injection, cross-site scripting, SSS, local file inclusion. I'll need to copy this URL. Open another Windows and paste the URL. Web is a valuable resource for anyone looking to gain hands-on experience in web security testing and vulnerability exploitation without legal or ethical concern. So we are here on the vulnerable web page. So for us to test for SQL injection, we need to click on artist, then click on the first link. And if you observe, you see this URL that ends with artist equals to 1. So for us to test if really this website is vulnerable to SQL injection, we can add the comma parameters, or we can add -1 to test for it. So I'm going to add comma, then hit on enter. So once it gives me an error message, this indicates that this site is vulnerable to SQL injection. And from what I observe here, it gives me an error message. So I'll need to copy this link, then go to my Kali terminal. The next tool we are going to use here is SQLmap. SQLmap is an open source tool designed to automate the process of detecting and exploiting SQL injection vulnerability in web applications. It is a powerful and widely used tool by security professionals, ethical hackers, and penetration testers to identify potential security risks related to SQL injection. SQLmap supports various SQL injection techniques and can interact with many types of database systems such as MySQL, Oracle, PostgreSQL, Microsoft SQL Server, and others. To use the tool SQLmap, we'll type the command SQLmap, and we need to enumerate the database. So for us to do it, use the command sqlmap-u, then we paste the URL that we copied. --dbs. What this command does is that the SQLmap automates SQL injection detection and exploitation, while the -u specify the URL to test for SQL injection. So this is where the SQL map will check for vulnerabilities, while the URL testphp.vulnerabweb.com. This is the target URL to test in this scenario. So the artist.php is the script on the server, while the artist+1 is a query parameter where artist is a variable that SQLmap will attempt to manipulate to find injection points, while the -ddbs tells the SQLmap to enumerate the available databases on the server if a vulnerability is found. Once the SQL map detects that the site is vulnerable, it will list all accessible database. Hit enter and it will start enumerating to check for the available database. One of the key features of SQL map is it automates detection and exploitation. It identifies injection points in parameter and exploits them. The second key feature is that it supports various SQL injection techniques like boolean-based blind, time-based blind, error-based, union query-based, and stack queries. It will also show us the version of the MySQL server, which is 5.0.12. So it will fingerprint the database. Then the SQL can determine the type and version of the database, which is this MySQL server 5.0.12. There are two databases available. One is the accurate and the second one is information schema. I need to enumerate tables in accurate database. So for me to do it, I will need to copy this, then paste it here. Then I'm going to remove this hyphen dbs. So I'll put hyphen capital letter D, name of the database accurate, then dash tables. Hit enter. This command will list all the tables within accurate database. The hyphen capital letter D accurate specify the target database name to focus on after finding a vulnerability, while the SQL map will only list tables in this database. The hyphen tables tells the SQL to enumerate all tables within the specified database, which is the accurate. If a vulnerability is found, the SQL map will display the name of the table stored in the accurate database. And from what you can see here, we have 8 tables: the artist, the cat, the cartridge, featured, guestbook, pictures, products, and users. So the next step, we need to enumerate the number of columns. Hyphen capital letter T, users, because we are enumerating the users table. So we want to find the number of columns in the users table. So hyphen columns, then hit enter. In users table, we have 8 columns in users table, which is the name, address, cat, cc, email, pass, phone, and the uname. The pass is the password, while the uname is the username. We need to extract all the data from this table. So we need to find out the username, which is the uname. We are going to extract all data from the table by dumping the data from the table. Hyphen capital letter C, uname, dump. It's going to show us the username associated with this table. So we are going to wait for some minutes. Then the uname, which stands for the username, is test. So in this command, the -c uname specify the exact column uname to retrieve data from within the user table, while the dash dash dump tells SQLmap to retrieve and display the contents of the specified column if it can exploit an SQL injection vulnerability. So the next thing we are going to get is the user password. What we need to do is to use the same command, but this time we are going to change the uname to pass. The -c pass specifies the column to retrieve data from, in this case, so the pass column within the user table. So this is going to enumerate the password to show us the password, and the pass is test, uname test, pass test. So if you don't understand, uname simply means username, test. The pass simply means password, is test. We can also check for the email address of the user to find out the email address. I'm going to delete this pass here and replace it with email. Then hit enter. This is the email address of the user. So we have successfully have access to the username, the password, and the email address. Let's log in using this credential. I'll click on sign up. I think I don't need to sign up here because I already have the username and the password. So I'm going to log in, username test, password test, and I'll click on login. Don't save. So this is the credential. The name John Smith, credit card number, email address email@email.com, phone number, address. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to update this database. I will delete this name and put Flora Smart. Then I'll update the database. I've successfully updated the database. Let me log in again. Test. Click on login. Don't save. If you notice, I have successfully updated the database. SQLmap is a powerful tool and must only be used for authorized testing. Unauthorized use of it is illegal and unethical, so ensure you have permission before testing any web application. To test your skill, you can use this vulnerable web. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Kindly like, subscribe, and share. Bye.